Hi, it's Rachel here from off-road.cc, and today I'll be reviewing a bike that's pretty new. It's a Vitus Sentier 27 VRS. So the VRS is a 27.5-inch hardtail, which is the top of the range but one bike in the Sentier lineup. So there's only the range-topping VRX sitting above it. Our bike here costs £1,400 and it's pretty well equipped for the price. From the off, it's a bike that wants for nothing other than some pedals and a rider. The VRS has 140mm RockShox Revelation RC fork, which is a great match for a trail hardtail. It's stable, it's composed. It's not the most sensitive over small bumps as more pricier forks are, but it's a pretty good match for a bike of this price. Elsewhere, there's an NX Eagle drivetrain and guide R brakes. The 12-speed is coupled with a 32-tooth chainring and 170mm cranks, so there's plenty of scope for ploughing up steep climbs. The 4-pot SRAM guide brakes, or guide R brakes, are mostly okay. They will pull you up, but I found them lacking a bit of power and therefore leaving me less inclined to charge down on the downhills. As you might have seen, if you watch the first look on this bike and the Sentier VR we've got in, 2019 saw some spec changes for these bikes. So there's a tyre change from Maxxis to Schwalbe, and this bike has a 2.6-inch Magic Mary and a 2.6-inch knobby nick on the rear. So pleasingly, the Mary at the front gets the Addix soft compound, so that's the one with the orange stripe. And then at the rear, we've got the one with the blue stripe, which is a speed grip, a more durable compound. The tubeless setup on my bike has withstood some abuse. I like the use of a 2.6-inch tyre and a hardtail. It makes perfect sense to dampen some of the trail vibrations whilst maximising grip. The rims used are a pair of WTB ST I29s, and that wind width, 29mm internal, suits the 2.6-inch tyres perfectly, so it provides bucket loads of grip, and it's also great to see British winter-worthy tyres straight out of the box too. The spec of this bike, with its wide bars and grippy tyres, really does help the bike shine when the going gets more technical. And that 2.6-inch Magic Mary on the front is one hell of a tyre, so with lower pressures permitted by the rim and tyre combo, it makes a load of sense. It's a grippier ride, and it also dispels some of the chatter and rattle that might otherwise be expected on an alloy hardtail such as this. The idea that a tyre upgrade is the best upgrade you can make to your bike really does shine through here. The Cockpit gets mostly nuke-proof kit and a Brand X dropper post, which is actually pretty short, with just 120mm of drop on this medium-sized bike. So the size small gets 100mm drop, and the large and extra large get 150mm. So I'm 160 centimetres and I could fit a 150mm post in here. It might be a bit of a squeeze and that collar is going to be slammed, but if 150mm was spec'd, then taller riders would have more scope, and it would be nice to see that. Last year, the 2018 Vitus Sentiers were treated to a geometry upgrade, which saw them get longer and slacker. So as such, there's no geometry changes this year. This Sentier 27 VRS is dubbed as a playful, nimble, aggressive and confidence-inspiring hardtail, of which the former two I'd have to agree with, but the latter two are harder to nail down on this bike. Swinging a leg over this bike, it's easy to get to grips with it straight away. There's nothing here that's out of the ordinary geometry-wise, and it will suit a lot of folk. Geometry is straight down the middle trail bike. It's not particularly aggressive, the reach isn't that roomy, and the wheelbase isn't that long, but it's a fun trail partner. Like I said before, that rim and tyre combo really shine on the trail, and it's awesome fun to throw about and try and find the limits of the grip. When seated and climbing, the VRS is an efficient place to be, despite the slightly slack effective seat tube angle. So I find this a super bike to crank out quick laps on my local, and I steamed uphill pretty fast, faster than I planned on many occasions. Sending is entertaining too. The VRS is nippy, and as I said, it's easy to throw about the trail. I found it mostly at home on mellow trails where a quick pedal stroke here and there is on the cards, rather than on steeper trails where more stability is required. The short reach means that on more than one occasion I felt my weight biased towards the front of the bike, and as such adding a little to the unstable feeling on downhill steep trails, especially when it's over chunkier terrain. You have to remember though that this is a trail hardtail and not an aggressive gravity-fed machine for extreme riding. Sentier is a fun ride, and one that, for given the £1,400 price, is well spec'd for the job. It's a package that really is hard to beat. When weighing up the options, there are a few other similar hardtails on the market right now. So you could look at the nuke-proof 275 Scout Race, which is a similar price, but it offers a less well-spec'd package. The Kona Honzo is £1,300, but again, that bike might need some upgrades. Also in the mix is something like a Bird Zero AM hardtail, but to get a similar spec to this Vitus, you need to spend about 200 quid more. The Bird also does offer more gravity-oriented geometry, but then I put that in the more enduro category rather than a trail bike like this Vitus Sentier. I could go on, but things get pricier, so if 1400 quid is your ceiling price for a trail hardtail, then the Vitus Sentier 27 VRS is a solid choice. As far as a reasonably priced hardtail goes, this bike shines as much as the snazzy new paint job. It's a blast on pedally trails. For those wanting a hardtail in a trail package, then this bike is a great antidote to the sometimes numbing affair of riding a long travel enduro bike. It's not going to be the bike for flat out downhill duties, but it is going to be a fun hardtail that's easy to get on with and is ready to ride as soon as it arrives. For those who want a second winter hack or a bike to make them think and work like a hardtail does, then the Sentier 27 VRS is reasonably priced alternatives to the regular full susser. And for those just getting into riding, this is a solid workmanlike hardtail that will invite you into riding mountain bikes with plenty of grip. It will put a smile on your face and it will leave you wanting more, that's for sure. So for the full review, head over to off-road.cc. And also while you're there, keep a lookout for the review of the cheaper Sentier 29er, which is the Sentier VR29, which will be up there in the next few weeks. That's everything for now, and thanks very much for watching. See you next time.